Okay, so we are trying to get into the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. We've managed to enter peacefully so far. I'm sure it'll go well. So basically, we're just sneaking around. Well, we don't have to sneak around because we got in, with permission. So we're just looking to see if we can find any hidden stuff laying around. Because, free stuff. This giant wrist bone ends without providing any clues as to the location of its matching hand. So what kind of creatures make bones this big? Door is sealed shut. Of course it is. Let's go back this way.
So they let you through? You must be our visitor. The High Abbot awaits you inside. Straight back.
Okay.
There's a presence here, as vast and powerful as the tides.
This calls for a subtle touch.
Grimoire of the Tides, that is new. Oh, look, Fireball Scroll. Need more scrolls. Need to start using more scrolls. Is really what I need to do. Anyway. Ooh, new spell. Wall of Draining. Enemies passing through or spending this wall lose time of any of their time beneficial status effects for each second drained. The wizard gains duration of any beneficial set. Oh, so you've seen this spell before. We just didn't know it yet. And you go into storage. Ice has built upon every space between the bones of the skeletal hand, forming a slippery incline into the jagged cliffs below. Okay, let's explore back up this way. Edge of all known things. It took 8 or more than 3 attempts to contact the Glam Fallon of the White, and that wins without being attacked, blah, blah, blah. It's experience, some money, grand item, major item. This is Codex. Faith. This is all cleric stuff, isn't it? No, it's not. Some of it is. I think. No, I guess not. Oh, maybe. It's got charges on it. It's not an actual spell book. Kind of different. Anyway, free stuff. Oh, the glass tree. 50% experience. Glittering gauntlets. Copper and treasure. Grand item, major item. Who wants to do this one? Send in the monk. Or the ranger. Let's send in the ranger. I just read about a hidden valley in the living lands where fantastic creatures are born straight out of the earth and new plants spout and bloom every day. Some claim the place is sacred to the gods themselves, where they created all kith and wilder out of the primordial elements that turn against the undersurface. Blah, blah, blah. They say it's guarded by a foreboding behelmed warrior. Okay, so good to go. Okay, Mrs. Gimpy, you start me. Be right back. Okay, I'm back.
I'll see what's ahead.
Doors. Oh, what's this stuff? A mural is rendered on the face of the rock wall. 4 panels seem to be arranged as a story of some kind. Inspect the mural. The first panel. And through the end. Inspect the next panel. Second panel. Saman, the flood. Third panel. Dissaman, the ebb. And fourth panel. The Anthu, the beginning. So, am I supposed to remember that? Hopefully we don't have to actually remember that. But we probably will.
Slowly now.
Consider it done. Give me a real challenge.
Scroll of prayer against imprisonment. Doesn't know that one. Have that one, sorry. Currents of wind bounce off the jagged rocks, rising to meet your face with a freezing touch.
You look pale, sister. Find someone to take your place. I'll stand watch.
I'd hoped I was over this illness, but clearly not. I shall take your advice.
It's so cold. Why are these guys walking around without shirts on? This place is bigger than I thought it was going to be. This is just another way in. Just not the front gate. Find mace, girdle of mortal protection. Minus 20. Oh, we have one of those. Coppery sheen glistens under the layers of ice that cling around this giant femur with the colors of a rainbow. Skittles?
Even our visitor is to be turned away, he said.
What interest would our quarters hold?
Worry. It's our brothers and sisters below.
I think they were talking about us. Maybe a different visitor. Apparently they don't care if I take their stuff. So this is not the front door. That's the front door. That's the one we're supposed to go in. Can we get there from here? No, we cannot. Apparently that's the faster way to go. So what are we supposed to be doing here again? The rising tide? I may hold the key to stopping the army I have seen in my dreams. No, that's what we're here for.
I'm ready.
Okay, go inside.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Craftsmanship that gave form to the statue appears too skilled and refined to come from mere mortal hands.
Sure.
You are a guest, I take it? You will find the abbot past the chamber of the fallen moon, behind me.
Okay. Steal no stealing. Supplicant has arrived from the Defiance Bay. Something, something, something. Sparkles.
Smells like an ocean breeze. We've got to be close.
Close to what?
They call out sometimes. Even the guards below think it's strange.
For Andra, most like. They surely long for her embrace.
Yeah, we're trying not to start any fights now. At the moment. Count the sparkles driving me nuts.
He seemed preoccupied.
I expect I would be too in his position.
Scroller protection sounds like your thing.
Smells fresh. That can't be the salt well.
The massive crystal, its jagged edges iridescent with an unearthly glow, pierces through the dome. Mosaics and tiles have been carefully arranged around this strange rock. Thin film of it, iridescent dust floats on the calm surface of the waters, obscuring its depths. Why is it water dusty? Let's keep going this way. There's the High Abbot. Okay. Where the other Andrites in the Abbey are clad in drab functional garments, this fish face seems dressed for an occasion. His robe is bright and glossy. His neck and arms are bedecked with jewelry. The symbols of his goddess are crowded into every available space.
Ah, good. The Conclave has elected a Tidebringer after all. I had begun to worry.
He looks back up, noticing your company, and nods.
And they took my advice in providing you an escort. Very good. I am sorry I could not make your journey easier. I am Kauto, the High Abbot.
He bows. I came as soon as I could. Now that I'm here, what is it you wish of me? I think you have me confused for somebody else. No. Came as soon as I could. What is it you wish of me?
Surely the Conclave gave you some explanation of your charge.
He eyes you curiously.
But of course, they sent you abroad in dangerous lands. The less you were told, the less we risked. You are here to perform the rising, and once that is done, you will take my place here.
Uh-oh.
When you are ready, we will begin with the recitation.
The Conclave mentions something about a reliquary. About the recitation. How are you so certain I am the Tidebringer? How did you become the High Abbot? Farewell. Conclave mentioned something about a reliquary.
Yes, of course. I would not pass my station to you without passing that knowledge as well. It is the Abbey's most sacred chamber. When the rising is complete, I will take you there myself. In fact, the ritual demands it.
About the recitation.
You seem nervous.
I kind of am.
The Conclave chose you for a reason. For a devout follower of Ondra, the answers will flow naturally to you.
Oh, we are doomed.
I remember my own rising. The Conclave sent me on the same exhausting journey. When it came time for the recitation, I could not remember a word.
Yeah.
But it all came back in time. Our goddess smiles upon the forgetful.
Taps a large golden ring with a wave insignia as though it were proof.
Our library is open to you, as are the grounds outside. There is a beautiful mural out there that you should see, if you haven't yet. And you may, of course, speak with the gift-bearers here, if it helps your recollection. Take your time, and examine these things before your recitation.
I understand.
I know you will not disappoint when the time comes.
Farewell. Okay, so we have to learn what we're supposed to do. So, which means I'm screwed. So not these guys. We already looked at the mural. I have no idea where the library is. Guess we have to find it. I'm sure that
This
one might.
calls for a subtle touch. Nice and quiet.
Scroll of Moonwell. Selected. Get bigger. The moons of Aeron. That doesn't really help us too much, does it?
And what do we have here?
Trap. Journal of the High Abbot. So this volume appears to serve many functions. There are notes in it detailing schedules and routines at the Abbey. There are favorite passages from Andric text and annotated with personal insights. There are also descriptions of dreams. Many seem purely symbolic, but one entry is of interest. It had been a long time. It had been long since I dreamt of my rising, yet now, with another rising soon upon us, this is the 5th time in a week. Perhaps channeled here, I can't put it to rest. I can't put it to rest. I am walking through the halls of silence. I feel eyes on me from all sides, angry, vengeful eyes. I arrange the panels and curl my hands into the sign of the tide, the right of the wave, the right as the wave. Ugh. The left tracing the crescent moon with my 2 outer fingers. The way opens to me. I climb the steps and Andra's witness is installed there. The old aspergillum set to operate the valves. I use it like a lever, and the water rises. There are angry shouts, and when I cover my ears, they are louder still. But the water continues upward, far past where it should. I climb as high as I can, but I feel it icy on my feet. Then it is over my head, and I cannot breathe. Suddenly, I'm outside the reliquary, looking at the Veil of Tears. The witness is in my hand, and the veil parts for it. I step through to the one place in the Abbey I feel protected. Only when I pass inside, I come out in total darkness. I call for help. I'm shouting, screaming for help, but there is no answer. I stop. I sit there in the dark, waiting for what seems like ages. Then I realize I don't know who I am. Well, that's bizarre. Potions.
I'll take a peek.
I may enter. I am special.
Isn't this something?
Here. The salt well.
In the room is a pool, as small but deep enough that you can't see the bottom. The glassy surface almost looks frozen. So does Manea. She stands rooted in place, staring at it.
Oh, I thought it'd be bigger.
Looks deep anyway, and I thought you'd be diving in by now. What are you waiting for? Looks deep anyway.
Bearers say the heaviest regrets and greatest sorrows get left here. So it better be.
She peers in, and I thought you'd be diving in by now. She makes a little noise of frustration in the back of her throat.
When you've been thinking about something so long, you're worried that when you finally get it, it won't be what you expected.
She tugs at one of her bracelets.
For all we know, that thing's just filled with leeches.
You're stalling.
Remind me.
You were never liable for the massacre that you remember. Let it go of your guilt. Your memory of the massacre has shaped you. Discarding it may change you more than you intend. Memory is a penance for our misdeeds. You have no right to forget the massacre. What if your memory of the massacre has prevented you from committing a similar crime? Your suffering helps no one. Forget the massacre so that you can have peace. The problem has never been your memory. It's the part of your soul that led you to the massacre of those people. Do it or don't, but make up your mind. Suffering helps no one. Forget the massacre so that you can have peace.
You're right.
I know I'm right.
Okay. Here goes.
She shakes her arms and legs out with a jingling of metal. Striding forward, she steps into the pool.
That's cold!
She convulses with a sudden shiver, rattling her jewelry. She descends the steps until she's standing in the water up to her neck. Hey, what year is it? What? I don't understand what this means. Do you feel anything?
I think I'm going numb, actually.
She shivers again.
It's the right pool, isn't it?
She frowns and cranes her neck around the room. Maybe you need to get your head in the water, too. Yeah, I don't know anything about lore. She gives you a wry, sidelong look. Then she takes a deep breath and submerges. A minute ticks by, too. Manea keeps herself still beneath the water. At last she breaks the surface, wiping the water from her eyes and shaking it from her hair.
Gift bearer or not, don't think I won't pull you in here, too.
Wait, you said gift bearers come here. Maybe that you have to leave something behind. Her eyes go wide and she snaps her fingers.
I've got it.
She digs through her pack and produces a thick bundle of cloth bound with leather. It's the same bundle you glimpsed earlier. She snaps the leather cords and unrolls the cloth, and revealing a wine bottle.
It's from the Marcheso's cellar the night I awakened. Been saving it for a special occasion.
Manea cradles the bottle and brushes the dust off from the green glass. Heaving a sigh, she swings it by the neck and smashes it against the steps. Could have offered me a drink first. Say nothing. She drops the rest of the broken bottle into the pool where it spirals into the depths. Oh, look, she made blood. Meanwhile, the wine has formed a roiling bloody cloud in the water. It spreads in long, swirling tendrils. Well then, the surface of the pool ripples and Manea paddles at the spreading cloud. Crimson tentacles erupt from it, writhing and reaching. She gasps as one wraps around her arm.
Stand back!
Wait. Another wine-colored tentacle wraps around her head. She shouts as it pulls her under. Oh, this might have been a good idea. Uh-oh. She disappears into the pool. You can't see anything through the crimson murk. Except for the blossoming cloud of wine, the water looks perfectly still again. Seconds crawl by.
We must not linger in this place of foul mysteries.
I agree. At last, bubbles break the surface. She emerges, gasping and shivering. Her face is strangely slack and her eyes are bloodshot. What just happened? Are you all right? She thinks about this for a moment. She nods. She climbs up the steps and out of the salt well. As she does, the reddish color dissipates from the water, leaving only the glassy, clear surface and the unfathomable depths below. What do you remember? She squints, thinking. Water pools at her feet.
I remember running, but I don't remember what chased me. And I remember fear, but I don't remember what scared me.
She looks back at the salt well.
Something up, but I don't remember why.
Then it worked. I'm not sure this is what you had in mind. How do you feel? She tilts her head to one side and wriggles her finger in her ear until a spurt of water streams out.
Feel better after a glass of wine.
I don't have a bottle of wine anymore. Something drips onto the floor. She holds her right arm up and looks at the trickle of blood running from the cut in her hand. As she takes the folded cloth, the one she dropped the wine bottle in, from the floor and stanches the bleeding. Clean conscience. She jerks her head toward the exit. Ta-da.
This calls for a subtle touch.
What's this? Unique cudgel. I don't think we're using that. Cudgel. Band of the Union. Grants blessing, 1 per encounter. Instills doubt when endurance drops below 80%, 1 per encounter, plus 4 to intellect. Dazed. Looks like a good ring for the dwarf. Sorry, the angry priest. Dwarf. I'll hold it for now. Ring of unshackling. Suppression of affliction. Suppress affliction. 2 per rest. Yeah, maybe. It's Mr. Dwarf, the rings. I don't want to know why he insists he's a dwarf. Because he reminds me of one. So resolve 1, Constitution. Oh, Constitution 2. This ring is overseen. So that's the ring area effect one. But this ring for intellect is going to increase the range of stuff. Yeah, areas of effect. So let's see. The other ring, this one is resolve and constitution. Yeah, I'll give you that ring. And like a living prison, thick arms of coral have grown around an assortment of odd weathered relics. Okay, so we done what we were supposed to do here. Oh, we're supposed to be looking for the libraries still, though. We got stuff to learn.
This is the
And what do we have here?
record.
Yes. See that it is cast away with the others.
Against treachery and Scroll of Valor. I don't think we have those. That one. Yes, we do. Lockpicks. Good place for a library and a library. So we expect to find lockpicks. Sabbatin's hands, correspondence. Not the gift bearer. Okay, sure. Calendar, ones are not real helpful here. Gift bearer's pilgrimage. Oh, it's a lot of reading. Yeah, that's what we're looking for, though. Enough.
eyes open.
Anything? Okay, so rising tide. Enter the halls of silence and won't be able to enter the reliquary without his witnesses, and this was kept in the device of the lower level of the Abbey. Found a record of a recurring dream. It showed him performing a strange sign for 4 panels, then retrieving a rod-like relic from a nearby device and using it to pass through a doorway of water into a walled enclosure somewhere outside the Abbey. So it's supposed to go to a lower level, but all the stairs are, going up. Except for over here. It still looks like it's going up. Even though it says relic wearing. I wasn't expecting up. Oh, is
A
this...
long time ago that was. Saw the abbot holding the witness, and the veil of tears parted for him.
Okay, so this is at the right spot. Don't buy me, or don't mind me. I'm just borrowing stuff. What's with the crappy stairs? Back at the fortress, supplicant arrived at Dog's base. He gives number for an escort. Oh, so supplicant. Even in 3 days. If ignored, lose prestige for 3 days. Minor reputation, which defines pay negative. Send escort. Send a bard. It's not annoying at all. Back in we go. Somehow we get to the lower levels. How do we get to the lower levels?
Easy does it.
Be more sneaky. Stew. Thank you for the stew.
I never knew. Did you hide in the White March after that?
As far away as I could. The Dominels didn't care I was a gift bearer. Evidence is evidence.
Gift bearer. You the visitor we awaited? Yes, I am. You're supposed to give me stuff. Healing hands. Restore light endurance. Restore light endurance 3 for rest. Me. Hey, look, there's a key.
There. What did I tell you?
Speed. Spell word amulets. And just a regular hat.
The High Abbot imparted to me that I wasn't alone, that he has nightmares sometimes as well.
Truly?
Oh, it surprised me to hear it. He has such a peaceful manner.
It definitely means you never have nightmares. Despite the warmth of the nearby fires, a thin layer of frost clings to the store of supplies. Why is it so cold in here?
There's something you don't see every day.
Booze? Sort of booze? So this was just trapped. There's nothing in it. Got robbed.
And what do we have here?
I don't know. What do we find? Ah, there it is. Another key. So that key opened this door, but it was inside the room. Somebody's got a sick sense of humor. Prayer against fear. I do have that one.
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
She never finds anything good, though. So half of nothing.
Even with your labors, your presence of mind never falters. I don't know how you do it.
Perhaps your thoughts would swim deeper if your tongue didn't come out for air so often, dear brother.
I'm trying to tell you, talk too much. Not sure if that was clear or not. Where do you go? And you see stairs going up, so I figured pick the cave going to the wall somewhere. And of course it took us outside. And I showed him performing a strange sign before 4 panels and retrieving a rod-like relic from a nearby device using to pass through a doorway. That would be these 4 panels, I guess. Use some kind. Inspect the mural. So we already done that. Ah, stairs going down. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Stairs, stairs, stairs.
Nice and quiet.
Area is forbidden. How we going then? So much for sneaking through there. Be able to enter the reliquary without Andre witnesses. Without his witnesses, kept in a device on the lower level of the Abbey. That was the lower level. They're not going to let us through there. So doesn't mean I have to kill him? But then everybody's going to want to kill me too, though, right? I guess we can take a shot at maybe answering his questions here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, though.
Are you prepared now for the recitation?
I can begin the recitation. How did you become the High Abbot?
I was elected by the Conclave, as you were. But you already knew that much. It was unexpected. There were others more accomplished. I was merely a scholar. But they each had their faiths called into question. And no one could find cause to doubt mine.
Smiles proudly, exposing for the first time yellowed, worn teeth. He seems conscious of your gaze and quickly hides them again.
It was such an honor to become one of Andra's most trusted servants. It was hardly a choice at all.
We can begin.
Very good. We shall commence the rising. First is Anthu. Last is Dianthu. For the tide comes at the end and leaves at the beginning. I am Disaman the Ebb. Who comes this way?
I am the Tide Bringer. I am Birbeleth, the Tide. I am Saman, the Flood. I am the Gift Bearer. I am the Tide. He shovels you the risen and looks at you sharply.
A gift bearer comes to Disaman and asks him to bear his burdens away. What token do you offer, gift bearer?
I give my labors and my faith, for they make me what I am. I give the sorrow of those who mourn. I give myself, for a gift bearer has no other tokens to offer. I give a single copper piece. Give myself.
The token is received in Andra's name. Tell me of your burdens.
I bear the weight of the memories of others. I carry the pain of being separated from my God and long to be reunited. I shoulder the burdens of a long journey spent in solitude. I carry the pain of being separated from my God. She bites her lip and wrings her hands.
In Andra's embrace, our burdens are lifted.
Ed looks at you and shakes his head.
I'm afraid you have misremembered some of the rite. This will not do. I would suggest contemplation of the sacred works kept at the Abbey, inside and out.
He winks.
The recitation is archaic, but it is essential to the rising. If it cannot be completed, the rising will have to wait.
Never big on doctrine, but there ought to be something round here to help us. Wouldn't be much of an abbey without stacks of old books.
When you are ready, we will begin with the recitation.
So, did I not pick up a book on this stuff? I thought I did. Tight. Ooh, we still have iron ingots. Why aren't they stacked? So I'll get bearer notebook. Your insignia of the pages belong to someone named Ixley. Blah, the pages are scribbled. Map of the West. That doesn't help me. Doesn't help me at all. Map. Journal. Gift bearer's permit. This is so friggin' long. My wife. Letter to me. John contemplated the man's story, but does not get far before she encounters an old woman for beads. Why do you weep? Says the gift. String. This took her. I don't think this is relevant, maybe. Stands to feel the troubles. Stuff. Giving yourself to you, then. This is the wisdom of the crashing waves until she understands to feel the troubles of others in your soul is a burden itself. However, she has no token to give to Andra to bear it away, for the troubles are not hers to forget. I give myself to you, then, says the gift bearer. For once I am in your care, no memory may haunt me. With that, the tide comes forth and embraces the gift bearer, and when it ebbs, she is gone. In your service, I have helped people forget their troubles, yet though I have passed them on to you, I feel they still are. I don't mind. How can this be? Wisdom of the crashing wave, she understands. To feel the troubles of others, your soul is the burden itself. However, she has no token to give to Andra to bear away, for the troubles are not hers to forget. Give yourself to me. So that's part of it, right? Until she reaches the sea. In her hand, she carries a letter and a beach stuff. Try again, I guess. You haven't picked up anything useful. I didn't see any. I grabbed all the books in the library, but I'm not showing us quest items here. Ingredients. Here are all the books. I have too many books to go through. Deerwood, so much deerwood. I've got a cold. Was that? Students are often confused by Barath and remember God's seemingly overlapping with notes in the. Okay, so it's not who I think it was. Tides and moons. Stuff. There's another myth that we have done quicker to dismiss. I wonder if it does not. Andre's stuff a smaller moon. Doesn't help me. That's not helpful. See inner love. Shine bright and high, should be able to come down in the sky, blah, 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 blah. It's not helpful. I don't know. So, I always try to brute force it.
Are you prepared now for the recitation?
No,
If you think you are ready.
I'm not.
First is Anthu. Last is Dianthu. For the tide comes at the end and leaves at the beginning. I am Disaman the Ebb. Who comes this way?
This was wrong. I'm the tide bringer. Oops.
A gift bearer comes to Disaman and asks him to bear his burdens away. What token do you offer, gift bearer?
I give myself.
The token is received in Andra's name. Tell me of your burdens.
It's not that one. I bear the weight of the memories of others. I shoulder the burdens of a long journey spent in solitude. I bear the weight of the memories of others. Nope.
In Andra's embrace. I'm afraid I would suggest the recitation is archaic.
We'll get this right. I don't want to fail too many times. Of course, it doesn't help that my memory is shit in the first place, so I hate stuff like this.
Are you prepared now for the recitation?
Begin
if you
the
think you are
recitation.
ready. First, I am Disaman the Ebb.
Not the tide
Who
bringer.
comes this way?
I am the gift bearer. No?
A gift bearer comes to Disaman, and the token is Tell me of your burdens.
Burdens of a long journey. No?
In Andra's I'm afraid I would. The recitation is archaic. Are you prepared now for the recitation? If you think you are ready. First is I am Disaman the Ebb. Who comes this way?
I'm the flood.
Blessed be Saman, that washes over the shore and brings the end. Blessed be Disaman, that returns to the sea and leaves behind the beginning. A gift bearer comes to Disaman and asks him to bear his burdens away. What token do you offer, gift bearer?
Myself.
The token is received in Andra's name. Tell me of your burdens.
Hear the pain of being separated from my God. This was wrong, wasn't it? Or was this it was right. Hear the pain of being separated from my God and longing to be reunited. Is this right? Nope.
In Andra's embrace, our burdens are lifted. I'm afraid you have Has it been so long since you were a
Hello,
gift bearer
Gimli.
yourself?
It is time to
Tidebringer?
take a break.
The recitation is
Go get some more water while you are up. This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpini.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you.
Are you prepared now for the recitation?
Your next break is in 1 hour.
If you think you are ready.
Try to finish this.
First is I am Disaman the Ebb. Blessed be Sam. A gift bearer comes to Disaman and asks him to bear
Give
his
myself.
burdens. The token is received. Tell me of your burdens.
So it's not that one. I bear the weight of the memories of others. No? Wait, okay, something's not right.
In Andra's I'm afraid. Has it been so? The recitation is archaic, but
So it's not the first one, it's not the second one, so it's got to be the third one, right? I could have swore I picked the third one before. I blame Rocket.
are you prepared now for the recitation? If you think you are ready. First, I am Disaman the Ebb. Blessed be a gift bearer comes. The token is tell me of your burdens.
What am I doing wrong here?
In Andra's I'm afraid. Has it been so? The recitation is archaic, but it is essential to the rite.
Okay, let me take a break. That's just annoying. Where did I... Again, my memory is so shitty, so... Anyway. We'll figure this out when I get back. Because I need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water. be back in a few minutes. And thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.